Good morning, students. Okay. Good morning, students. Today, our revision program, the next chapter is pair of statements. Today, I discuss some important models in pair of statements questions. Okay. Pair of statement had two parts. One is homogeneous pair of lines. Homogeneous pair of lines. Obviously, standard form is ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. The second one is non-homogeneous pair of lines. Its standard form is ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. So I discussed some questions in both of them. First one, homogeneous part. All we know that a homogeneous second degree equation in the variable x comma y, ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0 represents two straight lines which are passing through origin. So the first one represents two straight lines which are passing through origin. Obviously, second one is also represents two lines which are not passing through origin. Okay, now some questions. The first one, find the number of integral values of k. Find the number of integral values of k if the pair of lines 2x square plus kxy plus 2y square equal to 0 represents imaginary lines. What? How many number of integer values of k? The given pair of lines represents imaginary lines. So we have the concept. If ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0 represents two distinct lines like this OA, OB represents two distinct lines which are passing through origin, then we have condition h square greater than AB. These two lines are coincident. H square equal to AB. These two lines are imaginary lines. Then we say h square less than AB. So now I apply this condition. So consider h square less than AB. Here h means 2h means k. H means k by 2. K by 2 whole square less than AB. 2 into 2. So k square by 4 less than 4. K square less than 16. So I made the quadratic inequality k square minus 16 less than 0. Then this one is k plus 4 into k minus 4 less than 0. According to quadratic inequality, k belongs to minus 4 comma plus 4 open. So I want to count how many integers in this range. So what are the possible integers in this range? So the possible integers are -3, -2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Don't count -4 and +4. This is the open. So how many number of integer values? The given pair of lines represents imaginary lines. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 integers. The given pair of lines represents the imaginary lines. Okay, next. One more question. Same model. If the least positive integral value of k, the least positive integral value of k, if the pair of lines 2x square plus kxy plus 2y square 0 represents two distinct lines. What? Now I gave this equation represents two distinct lines. What is the least positive integer value of k? Two distinct lines means you apply the first condition. So what is that? H square greater than AB. H means k by 2 whole square greater than a and b values are 2 and 2. Obviously here also k square by 4 greater than 4. K square greater than 16. So k square minus 16 greater than 0. Factorize. K plus 4 into k minus 4 greater than 0. So according to quadratic inequality, k belongs to minus infinity comma minus 4 union 4 to infinity. So this is the range of k. The pair of lines represents two distinct lines. But our question is, what is the least positive integral value of k? The pair of lines represents distinct lines. So what are the possible range? K belongs to minus infinity comma minus 4 union 4 comma infinity. Here the possible least positive integer is k equal to 5. 4 cannot take two distinct lines. That means open interval. 4 after integer is 5. This is the least positive integer. Suppose the second question asking what is the greatest negative integer value of k if the lines represents two distinct lines. The greatest negative integer means obviously the integer before minus 3. That should be k equal to minus 3. Next, if ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0 represents two lines. Obviously which are passing through origin. Represents two lines and their slopes are in the ratio m is to n. Find m plus n whole square by mn equal to find m plus n whole square by mn equal to. See, this equation represents two lines which are passing through origin. Their slopes can take let m alpha comma n slopes of two lines. Slopes of two lines. So origin, the lines which are OA and OB, two lines, their slopes and taking m alpha comma n alpha. According to our theorems, sum of the slopes equal to minus 2h by b. Sum of the slopes equal to minus 2h by b. Next we are taking common m, taking common alpha, m plus n equal to minus 2h by b. So here alpha equal to minus 2h by b into m plus n. This is sum of the slopes I applied. Next, product of the slopes you can apply. M alpha into n alpha equal to m alpha into n alpha equal to, according to product of the slopes, according to our theorem, product of the slopes gives a by b. Now I should multiply mn alpha square equal to a by b. Here alpha value I will substitute here. So mn into alpha square, can do square 4h square by b square into m plus n whole square, that equal to a by b. So both sides 1 b should cancel. Now do cross multiplication. mn into 4h square equal to this side m plus n whole square into a. Now I transpose both sides like this. 4h square by ab, 4h square by ab equal to m plus n whole square by m. I want like this form, m plus n whole square by m. So then your answer is 4h square by a. Suppose another person, if ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0 represents two lines and slope of one line is twice the other, then 8h square equal to, that is our question. So obviously here slopes are, one slope is twice the other means, one slope is twice the other means your ratio is 1:3, 1:2. One slope is twice the other means, your ratio is 1:2. One slope is thrice the other means your ratio is 1:2. So should I apply this formula in this question? So I apply the formula 4h square by ab equal to m plus n whole square, 1 plus 2 whole square by mn, 1 into 2. So do cross multiplication, 1 plus 2 whole square means 9ab. Obviously this gives 8h square equal to 9ab. This is the application of this sum. Next, find the pair of lines. Next question, find the pair of lines which are crossing through origin, and and making equilateral triangle with x plus y equal to 3. The statement: find the pair of lines which are passing through origin and making equilateral triangle with the line. It means that suppose these both are taken as coordinate axis. So we have to find these lines OA and OB, but the triangle OAB is equilateral. That means we have to find the pair of lines passing through origin which are OA comma OB, and making equilateral triangle with x plus y equal to 3. That means obviously the raw angle is nothing but 60 degrees. So here we have the one formula, that is the pair of lines which are passing through origin and making equilateral triangle with ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is, the formula is ax plus by whole square minus 3 into bx minus ay whole square equal to 0. Suppose your line is ax plus by plus c equal to 0, then the pair of lines forming equilateral triangle is ax plus by whole square minus 3 into bx minus ay whole square equal to 0. So I have given line is x plus y equal to 3. Here a value is 1, b value is also 1. I applied x plus y whole square minus 3 into b is 1, x minus y whole square equal to 0. Expand it, x square plus y square plus 2xy minus 3x square minus 3y square, here minus 2xy minus into minus 6 plus 6xy equal to 0. Add both, minus 2x square minus 3x square, 2xy plus 6xy plus 8xy minus 2y square equal to 0. Taking minus 2 common, x square minus 4xy plus y square equal to 0. So required pair of lines are x square minus 4xy plus y square equal to 0. So these are the pair of lines making equilateral triangle with the given line. This is our standard form. Next. Question number 6. In question number 5 and question number 5, find the area of equilateral triangle also. So in the same question, in this question I find the pair of lines passing through origin. So here the triangle OAB is equilateral. They are asking area of the equilateral triangle. So see, this is equilateral triangle. I find out the length of the perpendicular. P from origin to given line. Suppose P, the length of the perpendicular from origin to given line formula is mod c by under root of a square plus b square. So SC means 3. Under root of a square plus b square means 1 square plus 1 square. Is it 3 by root 2? This is the length of the perpendicular. So in equilateral triangle P is the height. When you know the height, required area is, and you know the length of the perpendicular, when you know the height, required area is P square by root 3 is the copy square by root 3 is the formula. So p square, that is 9 by 2, 3 by root whole square by 2. Obviously 9 by 2 root 3. So root 3 cancel here. 3 root 3 by 2 square units is the area of the equilateral triangle. In this question, suppose your line is ax plus by plus c equal to 0, then area of the equilateral triangle equal to c square by root 3 into a square plus b square. This is the standard formula. Here c means 9 by root 3 into a square plus b square. Obviously got this. Next, question number 6. The triangle formed by 2x square plus 3xy minus 2y square equal to 0, comma 3x plus y plus 1 equal to 0 is. The triangle formed by, this is the pair of lines passing through origin, and that is another line. These three lines forms which triangle? That is our question. So before going to this sum, I explain some concepts. The pair of lines which are passing through origin and making equal angles with the line ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is. So suppose the pair of lines which are passing through origin, that means OA and OB, making equal angles alpha with the line ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is. Then your standard formula is ax plus by whole square minus tan square alpha into bx minus ay whole square equal to 0. By process, you have to find this equation. This is the equation, pair of lines which are passing through origin and making equal angles with the given line ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Obviously here the triangle OAB is isosceles triangle, where two angles are equal. In this case, this triangle is isosceles triangle. For example, if alpha equal to, when I taking standard angles, if alpha equal to 30, then triangle OAB is isosceles and obtuse angle. Why? Because 30, 60. Obviously, this angle is 120. Isosceles and obtuse angle triangle. This is case 1. Case 2. If alpha equal to 45 degrees, this is 45, this is 45, 2 45 means 90. Obviously, other angle is 90. Then triangle OAB is right angle and isosceles. Next, if alpha equal to 60 degrees, 60, obviously third angle also 60. On the case that is equilateral triangle, then triangle OAB is equilateral. So angle OAB is equilateral. That means here tan square 60 means 3 got. And before sum, I get the formula ax plus by whole square minus 3 into bx minus ay whole square. So this is our concept. This is our standard equation, current pair of lines making equal angles alpha with the given angles. According to this, there are three statements. So this type of given, you can check it. For example, I verified that right angle isosceles triangle. So ax plus by whole square and put here alpha equal to 45 degrees, stands for 45 means 1 minus bx minus ay whole square equal to 0. So I applied this equation for the given one. Obviously 3x plus y whole square bx means x minus 3y whole square equal to 0. I simplified this 9x square plus y square plus 6xy. Obviously this is x square plus 9y square minus 6xy equal to 0. So 8x square 6xy plus 6xy plus 12xy y square minus 9y square minus 8y square equal to 0. So divide by 4, 2x square plus 3xy minus 2y square equal to 0. So I got the given pair of lines. So obviously the two triangles, obviously the three lines forms right angle isosceles triangle. Suppose if you not get the given pair of lines, when you apply this formula, on that time the triangle should be only right angle triangle. How to say? In the pair of lines a plus b equal to 0, that means the both lines are perpendicular line. Perpendicular lines forms right angle triangle. You got this given pair of lines and you use this formula. Obviously there should be right angle isosceles triangle. Next question. Find the orthocenter of the triangle. Find the orthocenter of the triangle formed by x plus 3y minus 10 equal to 0, 6x square plus xy minus y square equal to 0. So I should find the factors of given pair of lines. 6x square plus xy minus y square equal to 0. 6, split the middle term, 3xy minus 2xy minus y square equal to 0. So 3x is common, 2x plus y. Here minus y is common, 2x plus y equal to 0. So the pair of lines are 3x minus y and 2x plus y equal to 0. So here take separately 3x minus y equal to 0 and 2x plus y equal to 0. 1, 2. The given line is x plus 3y minus 10 equal to 0. This is given. Here see 1 and 3 are perpendicular lines. Why? Because slope of one is, you apply the formula minus a by b. Slope of the line 1 is 3. This is slope of the line 3 is minus 1 by 3. m1 into m2 equal to minus 1. Clearly 1 and 3 are the perpendicular lines. So for the perpendicular lines, orthocenter means the point of intersection of the perpendicular lines. See, OA, this is OA, another is OB, OA, this is 1, OB is 2, and 3 is this one. 3 is this one. 1 and 3 are perpendicular lines. Slopes product should be minus 1 you got. Then they are perpendicular lines. Then their point of intersection is nothing but orthosecond. So I have to find point of intersection of 1 and 3. So elimination method I did 3x minus y equal to 0 means y equal to 3x. Otherwise, by cross multiplication method, find the point of intersection. So minus 1, 0, 3, minus 1, 3, minus 10, 1, 3. And finding orthocenter by using cross multiplication method. So x by minus 1 into minus 10, 10 minus 0, that is y by 0 plus 30, that is 1 by 9 plus 1. X by 10, y by 30, 1 by 10. So x is 1, y is 3. Orthocenter is 1, comma 3. Next, find the orthocenter of the triangle formed by any line 2x plus 5y equal to 1, 6x square plus xy minus 6y square equal to 0. 6x square plus 5xy minus 6y square equal to 0. So for this pair of lines, how do you find the orthocenter? So in this pair of line, 6x square plus 5xy minus 6y square equal to 0, a plus b plus 6 minus 6 equal to 0. That means perpendicular lines. So the lines OA and OB are perpendicular, means like this. Origin, this is OA, this is OB. The both lines are perpendicular. That one is another line, third line. So here perpendicular OA OB perpendicular means origin is the orthocenter of the triangle formed by the given lines. In this question, orthocenter is origin. Why? Because well, given pair of lines are perpendicular line. Represent the perpendicular line. Then there should be forms right angle triangle. At right angle triangle, for the right angle triangle, the vertex at right angle is called the orthocenter. Next, if 2x square minus 5xy plus 2y square equal to 0 represents two sides of isosceles triangle. Represents two sides of isosceles triangle. On 3, 3 is midpoint of 3, 3 is midpoint of third side. Find equation of third side and find centroid of triangle OAB also. So here there are two questions. One is to find the equation of third side and another is find centroid of triangle OAB. So let's see diagram. Here OA, OB are two lines. This is the third line. So these both are represents two sides which are isosceles triangle. That means these both angles are equal. Represents two sides of this side. This equation represents two sides of the isosceles triangle. Obviously, third side midpoint given m, that is 3, 3. M is 3, 3 midpoint given. They are asking that equation of third side. Equation of third side. So when I join O and M, it is coinciding with median and altitude. If two sides are equal, then the sides opposite to equal angles are equal. That means two sides are equal. So when I join O and midpoint, it is coincide with median. It is nothing but median, as well as it is nothing but altitude also. So I find that now slope of OM. So x1 O means origin, x1 y1 x2 y2, y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Slope is 1. Obviously slope of AB is why? Because OM perpendicular to AB. Slope of AB is minus 1. Then I am finding equation of AB is y minus y1 equal to, this is the point x1 y1, y minus y1 equal to minus 1 into x minus x1. That means x minus 3. Y minus 3 equal to minus x plus 3. So x plus y equal to 6. This is the equation of the third side. So in this question I am asking centroid also. Centroid of triangle OAB also. G divides OM in the ratio 2:1. Centroid divides the median in the ratio 2:1. So obviously O is origin and M is, I gave the 3, 3. So I want to find G. I should take x1, y1. So G equal to, in the ratio 2:1, mx2, 2 into 3. This is x1, y1, x2, mx2, 2 into 3, and x1, 1 into 0 by 2 plus 1. Next, 2 into my2, 2 into 3 plus 1 into 0 by 2 plus 1. I apply the section formula 6 by 3, 2. Here also 6 by 3, 2. Centroid is 2, 2. Okay, in this question centroid is 2, 2. Here we have one standard formula. In this model, if x1, y1 is centroid of triangle OAB, then midpoint of third side is 3 by 2 x1, 3 by 2 y1. This is the midpoint of third side. Once you apply this formula for this question, obviously you got it 3, 3. Here centroid means 2, 2. 3 by 2 into 2. 2 cancel 3. 3 by 2 into 2. 2 cancel 3. 3, 3. Then you got midpoint of third side. Next, if the angle bisector of the pair of lines 3x square plus xy plus by square equal to 0 is is x square minus 14xy minus y square equal to 0. Then find small b value. So angular bisectors. Angular bisectors. Suppose if there are two lines, in general there is two angles between the two lines. One is acute angle and the other is obtuse angle. The lines which bisect the angle, either acute or obtuse, the lines which bisect the angle either acute or obtuse, that both lines are called angular bisectors of given angles. Angular bisectors is always perpendicular. So we have one standard theorem. The angular bisectors of ax square plus 2hexy plus by square equal to 0 is h of x square minus y square equal to a minus b into xy. The pair of angular bisectors of the pair of lines is that one. So first I applied that angular bisectors formula for the given pair of lines. 3x square plus xy plus by square equal to 0 is the given pair of lines. So I applied angular bisectors formula. H of x square minus y square equal to a minus b into xy. H means 1 by 2. 2h equal to 1. H equal to 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into x square minus y square. A minus b. 3 minus b into x. Do the cross multiplication. X square minus y square equal to 2 3 the 6 minus 2b into xy. So obviously x square minus of 6 minus 2b into xy minus y square equal to 0. These are the angular bisectors of given pair of lines. But already given angular bisectors are x square minus 14xy minus y square equal to 0. This is the given angular bisectors. 1 and 2 represent same. Now equating the xy coefficient. Equating the xy coefficient. 6 minus 2b, xy coefficient is minus of 6 minus 2b. So 6 minus 2b equal to, here xy coefficient is minus 14. So both minus minus cancel, that is 14. So obviously minus 2b equal to 14 minus 6, 8. b equal to minus 4. Next. Find the angular bisectors of coordinate axis. Find the angular bisectors of coordinate axis. So coordinate axis means x axis and y axis. The equation of the x axis is y equal to 0. The equation of the y axis is x equal to 0. The combined equation of the coordinate axis is xy equal to 0. So what? The product equation of the coordinate axis is xy equal to 0. I should compare with standard form ax square plus 2hxy plus by square. A equal to 0. Obviously 2h equal to 1, 2hxy. B equal to 0. So angular bisectors, I apply the angular bisectors formula. Angular bisectors formula. H of x square minus y square equal to a minus b into xy. H means 1 by 2 into x square minus y square. A minus b, that should be 0. Obviously x square minus y square equal to 0. So the angular bisectors, the combined equation of the angular bisectors are this one. Obviously this is nothing but y equal to plus or minus x. x square equal to plus y square equal to x square, y equal to plus or minus x. So y equal to plus x means this is the line which bisects the first quadrant. This is the line which bisects the second quadrant. Y equal to x, y equal to minus x. These both are the angular bisectors of the coordinate axis. Here you observe this is 45 degrees angle. This line makes 45 degrees in positive direction of x axis with y axis also 45 degrees. That means angular bisectors are always equally inclined to the given pair of lines. Angular bisectors are always equally inclined to the given pair of lines. If you observe this pair of lines, the pair of lines which bisect the pair of lines which equally incline the given pair of lines on the equation x y term not there. That means h equal to 0. And the coefficient of x square and coefficient of y square always had opposite signs. So here I said one statement. If ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0 are equally inclined to coordinate axis, then h equal to 0 and a comma b are in opposite sides. A comma b are in opposite sides. One question: find k if x square plus 2 plus k into xy minus 4y square equal to 0 equally inclined to coordinate axis. So according to this statement, here take xy coefficient should be 0. That means 2 plus k equal to 0. K equal to minus 2. Next, if y equal to mx is one of the bisector of x square plus 4xy minus y square equal to 0, then find small m. Here m must be greater than 0. So they are asking here temporary. Y equal to mx is one of the bisector. First I find out that pair of bisectors of given pair of lines. So by using this formula, h of x square minus y square equal to a minus b into xy. Find out the pair of bisectors. H means 2h equal to 4. H means 2. 2 into x square minus y square equal to a minus b. A is 1, b is minus 1. So minus of minus. So obviously 2 and 2 cancel. X square minus xy minus y square equal to 0. So this is the angular bisector. So here y equal to mx. Y equal to mx is one of the bisector, means I substituted put y equal to mx in this equation. Obviously x square minus mx, y mx means mx square This is y square means minus m square x square equal to 0. So x square take common and form quadratic equation in terms of m. 1 minus m square equal to 0. M square plus m minus 1 equal to 0. We applied m equal to this quadratic equation, not have factors. Apply the quadratic factors formula minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac by 2a. Apply the quadratic formula. So b means 1. M equal to minus 1 plus or minus b square is 1. 4ac. A is 1, c is minus 1. 1 plus 4, what is root 5 by 2a means 2. Here there are two values. M equal to minus 1 plus root 5 by 2 and there is minus 1 minus root 5 by 2. But given that m greater than 0, this is completely purely negative. M greater than 0 means, given m greater than 0 means we should take m equal to root 5 minus 1 by 2. It's nothing but 2 sin 18 degrees. Multiply and divide into, we got it 2 sin 18 degrees. Find the equation of pair of lines which are passing through origin, and distance from 5, 6 to the pair of lines is 4 units. To the pair of lines is 4 units. This question they are asking pair of lines which are passing through origin, that means OA and OB both, the combined equation of OA OB will meet. They given the perpendicular distance from 5, 6 to the both pair of lines should be 4 units. Then find the pair of lines. Here we have one standard formula, beta x minus alpha y whole square equal to d square into small d square into x square plus y square. In this case, a required pair of lines should be this, beta x minus alpha y whole square equal to d square into x square plus y square. Beta x, our point should be alpha comma beta. That means 6x minus 5y whole square equal to d value is 4. That means 16 into x square plus y square. So expand it, 36x square plus 25 whole square 2ab. That means minus 60xy, that equal to 16x square plus 16y square. Transfer this side. 36x square minus 16x square is 20x square minus 60xy, 25y square minus 16y square, that means plus 9y square. These are required pair of lines. Next, 14. If A, H, B are in arithmetic progression, find the area of the triangle formed by ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0 and x minus y plus 2 equal to 0. So we had one standard theorem. The area of the triangle formed by ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0 and lx plus my plus n equal to 0 is the area of the triangle formed by these three lines is n square into under root of h square minus ab by modulus of am square minus 2hlm plus bl square. So here the area of the triangle formed by these three lines. I applied this, but before going that, given that a, h, b are in arithmetic progression, then what is the relation if a, b, c are in arithmetic progression? 2b equal to a plus c. That means 2h equal to a plus c. So I applied this formula. N square. Your line is x minus y plus 2 equal to 0. That means L value is 1, M value is minus 1, N value is 2. Required area N square means 2 square into under root of h square minus ab as usual by modulus of am square. A is a, m square means minus 1 whole square minus 2h into lm 1 into minus 1 plus bl square. B is b, l means 1, this one. So here I got 4 into under root of, here instead of h I substituted a plus b by 2 whole square minus ab by this one is a plus 2h plus b I got. After the simplification, a plus b whole square 4 into under root of a plus b whole square minus 4ab by 4 whole by a plus 2h plus b. 2h means a plus b. I substituted here 2h, that is a plus b, 2a plus 2b. 2 taking common, a plus b. This one is a minus b whole square, modulus. So after simplification, this is a minus b whole square, that means a minus b. So by 2 times cancel and 2 cancel. After the simplification, it gives a minus b by a plus b. Find the difference of the slopes. Find the difference of the slopes for the pair of lines. For the pair of lines, 6x square plus 5xy minus 6y square equal to 0. So for the pair of lines, we have 3 standard results. The first one is sum of the slopes, that is minus 2h by b. Second one is product of the slopes, m1 into m2, that is a by b. The third one is absolute difference of the slopes. The formula is 2 into under root of h square minus ab. H square minus 2 into under root of h square minus ab by mod. So they ask me difference of the slopes. I have read this. That equal to 2 into under root of h. 2h equal to 5. H means 5 by 2 whole square. AB 6. A is 6. B is minus 6 by mod b. That is mod modulus of minus 6. So do calculation 2 into 25 by 4 plus 36 by 6. First 2 goes here. Otherwise 2 into under root of 25 plus 144. 36 fourths. 144 plus 25 169. 169 by 4 by 6. That is 13 by 2. 2 to cancel. It is 13 by 6 is the answer. Ready? 2 to cancel 13 by 6. The difference of the slopes. So the next part is non-homogeneous pair of lines. Already we know that non-homogeneous pair of lines means the second degree equation, the second degree non-homogeneous equation in the variable x comma y, ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0, the non-homogeneous equation in the variable x comma y represents pair of lines, then we have the conditions. They should be delta equal to ABC, represents pair of lines. We have the condition delta equal to ABC plus 2fgh minus af square minus bg square minus ch square equal to 0. It represents two pair of lines which are not passing through origin. Homogeneous equation is always passing through origin, but non-homogeneous equation not passing through origin. It has some point of intersection other than origin. So we satisfy this condition as well as h square greater than or equal to AB, f square greater than or equal to BC, and g square greater than or equal to AC. Then the given equation represents the pair of lines. So the point of intersection of the pair of lines is actually P, the point of intersection. The point of intersection of the pair of lines is h of minus bg by ab minus h square, comma gs minus af by AB minus h square. This is the point of intersection of the pair of lines. In the same way, the angle between the pair of lines is, suppose theta is the angle between the pair of lines. We have the formula cos theta equal to a plus b by under root of a minus b whole square plus 4h square. In generally, the second degree non-homogeneous equation represents the pair of lines. These are the standard results. First two are the conditions, the third one is the point of intersection, fourth one is the angle. But the second degree non-homogeneous equation not always the pair of lines, not always represents the pair of lines. It represents conic section also. For example, delta not equal to 0, delta not equal to 0 and h equal to 0 and a equal to b and g square plus f square minus c greater than 0, it is circle. It is circle. Next, delta not equal to 0, h square equal to ab, it is parabola. It is parabola. Next, delta not equal to 0, h square less than ab, it is ellipse. It is ellipse. Next, delta not equal to 0, h square greater than ab, it is hyperbola. it is hyperbola. Next, delta not equal to 0, h square greater than ab, and a plus b equal to 0, it is rectangular hyperbola. Rectangular hyperbola. So, the second degree non-homogeneous represents the pair of lines. These are the parts. It's not always represent the pair of lines. Suppose delta not equal to 0 cases, it represents conic section also. This is our concept to find the second degree homogeneous equation is pair of lines, otherwise conic section. Now I discuss some model sums for non-homogeneous pair of lines. If x square minus 5xy plus ty square plus 3x minus 8y plus 2 equal to 0 represents pair of lines, find sin theta represents pair of lines, find sin theta. So in this pair of lines we had one unknown value, that is p. Now you should equate with standard form of the non-homogeneous equation, ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. So a value is 1, b value is p, by square, c value is 2. Next, 2h equal to minus 5, 2g equal to 3, 2f equal to minus 8. So equating like this. After that, they given it represents the pair of lines. Apply the formula delta equal to abc plus 2fgh minus af square minus bg square minus ch square equal to 0. A 1, b, p, c 2, 2fgh, 2f, f is minus 4, g is 3 by 2 and h is minus 5 by 2, 2fgh, af square 1 into f square minus 4 whole square, bg square, b is p, g means 3 by 2 whole square, ch square, c is 2 and h is minus 5 by 2 whole square equal to 0. To simplify this, we got here p equal to 6 after the calculation. P equal to 6. Next, I find out that angle between the pair of lines. Cos theta equal to modulus of a plus b by under root of a minus b whole square plus 4h square. This is the standard formula to find the angle. So I use this. A is 1, B is 6 by under root of a minus b whole square, 1 minus 6 whole square plus 4h square. So h square makes 25. This one is 7 by root 50. Cos theta value is 7 by root 50. But they are asking sin theta. I didn't use any other formula. By using right angle triangle, I find out the sin theta. So cos theta means adjacent side 7, hypotenuse is root 50. Obviously, according to Pythagoras rule, opposite side is 1. Therefore, I find out now sin theta, opposite side by hypotenuse, 1 by root 50. Next, the point of intersection of pair of lines. The point of intersection of the pair of lines 3x square minus 11xy plus 10y square minus 7x plus 13y plus k equal to 0 is they are asking here point of intersection. So let us they didn't asking k. If they are asking k, use delta equal to 0 expression formula. But to find the point of intersection, we have the formula hf minus bg by ab minus h square comma gh minus af by AB minus h square equal to AB minus h. Otherwise, by derivative method, we have one shortcut also. Dou s by dou x equal to 0, comma dou s by dou y equal to 0. Here dou means partial derivative. So I took s equal to 3x square minus 11xy plus 10y square minus 7x plus 13y plus k. How to find dou s by dou x? This is the partial derivative. Partial derivative means when you do the derivative with respect to x, treat y as constant. 3x square derivative 6x. Here y constant means x derivative 1. So minus 7y into 1. Treat y as constant means 10y square derivative is 0. Dou by dou x of minus 7x minus 7. 13y 0, k 0. This is the way to do the partial derivative. Next, dou s by dou y. Dou s by dou y. Next, 0. 3x square is purely in terms of x, but I did derivative with respect to y. That means with respect to y means treat x as constant 0. So here minus 11x. Y derivative is 1. So minus 11x. 10y square plus 20y. 10 into 2y. 7x 0 plus 30. So the point of intersection is it? Equations are 6x minus 11y minus 7 equal to 0. The second one is minus 11x plus 20y plus 13 equal to 0. This is 2. Find the point of intersection. The point of intersection of 1 and 2 is by cross multiplication you can find the point of intersection. You guess 3 comma 1. This is the shortcut method to obtain the point of intersection. Next, if ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0 represents pair of parallel lines. Pair of parallel lines. Then g by f equal to. Then g by f equal to. In our concept, we had one standard theorem. The non-homogeneous equation represents a pair of parallel lines. We have two conditions. That is h square equal to ab. Another is af square equal to bg square. So to find g by f, I used this. Af square equal to b square means a by b equal to g square by f square. I want g by f. Apply the square root on both sides. Under root of a by b equal to under root of g square by f square. So it gives that g by f equal to under root of a by b. This is our required value. Next. If the lines xy minus x minus y plus 1 equal to 0 and ax plus 2y minus 3 equal to 0 are concurrent. Find A. Concurrent lines means two or more lines. Concurrent means two or more lines passing through the same point. The lines are concurrent. Here I am finding point of intersection of the pair of lines xy minus x minus y plus 1 equal to 0. So x take common, y minus 1, minus 1 take common, y minus 1. Obviously x minus 1 into y minus 1 equal to 0. X equal to 1 and y equal to 1. So the point of intersection is 1 comma 1. Now substitute 1 comma 1 in the third line. That means ax, a into 1 plus 2y, 2 into 1 minus 3 equal to 0. A minus 1 equal to 0, a equal to 1. Next. Find the condition ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0 intersect on y-axis. Find the condition if the pair of lines ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0 intersect on y-axis. So see, so there are two lines which are pair of lines. They should be intersect on y-axis. Then asking condition on y-axis x must be 0. Then x equal to 0 substitute in your equation. Then the pair of lines are x equal to 0 means a into 0, 2h into 0. Then your pair of lines are by square plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. In our standard equation, put x equal to 0. So then you got this. This is one quadratic equation. Here the two roots are equal. Why? Because they should be intersect on the lines. Then these roots are equal. So apply delta equal to 0. So delta equal to 0 means b square minus 4ac equal to 0. b square, that means 4f square. b is to f, this one means 4f square. 4ac, 4 into a means b, c means c. 4bc equal to 0. Obviously got f square equal to bc. But the given equation represents pair of lines means consider ABC plus 2FGH minus AF square minus BG square minus CH square equal to 0. Consider the pair of lines condition. So I substituted F square equal to BC, ABC plus 2FGH, F square equal to BC means ABC minus BG square minus CH square equal to 0. ABC cancel. 2FGH equal to BG square plus CH square is the required condition. Find the length of the intercept made by the pair of lines find the length of the intercepts made by the pair of lines. Find the length of the intercept made by the pair of lines. 6x square minus 7xy minus 3y square minus 24x minus 3y plus 18 equal to 0 on x-axis. On x-axis. That means after this there are two lines. There should be intersect on x-axis. Suppose the first intersection point is A, the second intersection point is B. This length is, they are asking this length. Length of the intersect made by the pair of lines on x-axis means this length. We have the formula AB equal to 2 into under root of g square minus AC by mod B. Mod A. 2 into under root of g square minus AC by mod A. So use the formula 2. G value is 2gx. 2g equal to minus 24. G equal to minus 12. Minus 12 whole square means 144. AC 6 into 8. 8 in 6 are 108 by mod A, that is 6. 144 minus 108. Obviously this is 36. Root 36 means 6. So answer is 2 units. Next. Find the square of the distance. Find the square of the distance from origin to the point of intersection of pair of lines. The point of intersection of pair of lines. 6x square minus 5xy minus 6y square plus x plus 5y minus 1 equal to 0. So this is non-homogeneous pair of lines. It is non-homogeneous pair of lines. They have point of intersection. They are asking square of the distance from origin to the point of intersection. P is the point of intersection. The distance from origin to the P is OP. They are asking square of the distance. OP square. We have the one formula. The square of the distance from origin to any point. The square of the distance from origin to point of intersection of any pair of lines is C into A plus B minus F square minus G square by AB minus C. This is the formula. The square of the distance from origin to the point of intersection of the pair of lines. Okay. Here a value, b value is 0. Obviously, the first term becomes to 0. A 6, b minus 6. Then a plus b equal to 0. So it will changes to minus f square minus g square by ab minus h square. So take minus common. F square plus g square by h square minus e. F square, f is 5 by 2, 25 by 4. G square, g is 1 by 2, 1 by 4. H square, minus 5 by 2 whole square, 25 by 4. AB, a is 6, b is minus 6, minus of minus 36. So obviously it is 26 by 144 plus 25, 169. This 2 by 13. 13 2s are 13, 13s are 2 by 3. This is the square of distance from origin to the point of intersection of the pair of lines. If you don't know the formula, find the point of intersection and find the distance from origin to the point after do squaring. You got the same. Next. Find the area of the square formed by 6x square minus 5xy minus 6y square equal to 0 and 6x square minus 5xy minus 6y square plus x plus 5y minus 1 equal to 0. What's the statement? They given 4 lines, they should be formed square, but they are asking what is the area of the square from where this square is. Suppose OA OB, that means the lines which are opposite to origin. Next, AC BC, the lines which are perpendicular lines but not opposite to origin. So they are asking area of the square. So x and x, join this. Now before sum we find that we have the formula, the square of the distance from origin to the point of intersection is c into a plus b minus f square minus g square by ab minus h square. So already before sum we calculated, that is 2 by 13, the same pair of lines that we got 2 by 13. So they are asking area of the square. Let x be the side of the square. Let x be the side of the square in triangle OAC. X square plus x square equal to OC square. It is 2x square equal to OC square. What is OC square value? 2 by 13. 2 and 2 13 cancel. X square equal to 1 by 13. Let x be the side of the square. X square gives the area of the square only. So obviously your answer is 1 by 13. Next. If the lines 3x square plus 10xy plus 3y square equal to 0, 3x square plus 10xy plus 3y square minus 28x minus 28y plus 49 equal to 0 forms here totally 4 lines there. These 4 lines forms which type of quadrilateral? So that is our question. You observe that in both the equations a plus b value not equal to 0. If a plus b equal to 0, they should be perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines forms always rectangular square. Not perpendicular lines forms always rhombus or parallel. So this type of questions, by using our concept that by using our synopsis point, we should find out that. What's that? See this, ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. It is homogeneous. Ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0, non-homogeneous. These four lines forms, first of all, rhombus. Your condition is a plus b not equal to 0, a plus b not equal to 0, and a minus b into fg plus h into f square minus g square not equal to 0. Rhombus means equal to 0. So second, parallelogram. A plus b not equal to 0, a minus b into fg plus h into f square minus g square not equal to 0. The third one is rectangle. In rectangle, perpendicular lines we must a plus b here, a minus b into fg plus h into f square minus g square not equal to 0. In the fourth one, square. A plus b not equal to 0, a minus b into fg plus h into f square minus g square equal to 0. By using this synopsis, we should find, according to theory, we had this condition, product of the slopes concept, got this condition of that. Or question, a plus b not equal to 0. See the solution, a plus b not equal to 0. Okay, why? Because 3 plus 3 not equal to 0. I check the condition, a minus b into fg plus h into f square minus g square. I check this condition. A is 3, b is 3. A is 3, b is 3. 3 minus 3, f is minus 40, g is minus 40. A minus b, 3 minus 3 means 0 only, plus h. The h value is 5. F square minus 14 whole square, 196. This is also 196. Equal to 0. 196 minus 196, 0. That means this value gets 0. So according to our statement, the pair of lines forms rhombus. Next, if 2x square plus 3xy minus 2y square equal to 0, 2x square plus 3xy minus 2y square minus 5x plus 15y minus 25 equal to 0 forms. So use the same conditions in this question. A plus b plus 2 minus 2 gets 0. That means the four lines forms two coordinates. either square or rectangle. In this board, which one is true? That is depends on this condition. So a minus b into fg plus h into f square minus g square. I find out this condition. A minus b, a 2, b is minus 2, minus of minus plus 2. F is 15 by 2, G minus 5 by 2, plus H is 3 by 2 into F square, 15 by 2 whole square, 220 by 4, G square, that is 5 by 2 whole square, 25 by 4. Obviously here 4 cancel means the first term is minus 75. Here 2 200 by 4 is 50. 3 by 2 into 50. 2 was to 25 plus 75. According to calculation, we got 0. So a plus b 0 and this condition 0. Obviously it is a square. The 4 lines forms that square. Next. The adjacent sides of the parallelogram are are 2x square minus 5xy plus 3y square equal to 0 and its diagonal is x plus y plus 2 equal to 0. Find the equation of other diagonal. Find the equation of other diagonal. See, here parallelogram adjacent sides are given OA, OB. These pair of lines represents OA and OB. There should be adjacent sides given, and the x plus y plus 2. That means AB. This is not passing through origin. Obviously, AB is the equation x plus y plus 2 equal 0. Then here C is the point of intersection. C is the one of the vertex of parallelogram. So they are asking equation of the other diagonal. The combined equation of AC and BC is AC and BC is obviously homogeneous part. Homogeneous part means 2x square minus 5xy plus 3y square plus this diagonal equation x plus y plus 2 equal to 0. So this is the non-homogeneous pair of lines. This point of intersection C is h of minus bg by ab minus h square, gs minus af by ab minus h square. Apply this formula. Otherwise, by using first derivative also find. We got this C equal to 11, 9. So now diagonal equation of other diagonal OC bar is, so O is the origin. The line which is passing through origin means y equal to mx. The slope 11, 9. O means origin. The required line is y equal to mx. M nothing but slopes. 9 minus 0 by 11 minus 0. 9 by 11 into x. So the answer is 9x minus 11y equal to 0. Next, find the angle between line joining lines joining to the origin. Find the angle between line joining the origin to the point of intersection of root 3x plus y equal to 2 and x square plus y square equal to 4. In non-homogeneous equation, homogenization is the one of the concept. Here the curve is a circle, and the line is like this. This is origin. So the point of intersections, then the point of intersection you must take A and B, OA and OB. They are asking find the angle between the line joining the origin to the point of intersection. This means angle AOB you have to find in this question. Angle AOB you have to find in this question. That means to obtain the pair of lines to the homogenization. So homogenization means first of all take line root 3x plus y equal to 2. So obviously root 3x plus y by 2 equal to 1. The curve is x square plus y square equal to 4. So there is no first degree terms. X square minus plus y square minus 4 into y square equal to 0. So here x square plus y square minus 4 into root 3x plus y by 2 whole square equal to 0. 2 square 4 cancel. X square plus y square expand it. 3x square plus y square 2ab means 2 root 3 xy equal to 0. X square minus 3x square minus 2x square. Next y square cancel. Minus into minus plus 2 root 3 xy equal to 0. 2 root 3 xy equal to 0. That means x square, take minus 2 common. X square minus root 3 xy minus root 3 xy equal to 0. So apply the cos theta formula. A plus by under root of a minus b whole square plus 4h square. A is 1, b is 0. So 1 by that is under root of 1 plus 2h means minus root 3. 4h square means 3. It is 1 by root 4. That means 1 by 2. Theta equal to 60 degrees. In this question, angle should be 60 degrees. One more question. If the angle between lines joining to the origin, if the angle between the line joining to the origin, for the curve ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gxy plus 2fy plus equal 0 on the line lx plus my equal to 1 are perpendicular. The given angle should be be perpendicular. Find LG plus MF plus 1 by L square plus M square value. This is also homogenization concept. What they are asking, if there is a curve on line origin, the point of intersections are A and B. The line joining from origin to the pair of origin to the point of intersection of the curve on line is OAB. They given this is 90 degrees. Find the particular value of Lg plus Mf plus 1 by L square plus M square. This is also homogenization. Taking homogenization with the help of the line x square ax square plus 2hxy plus by square. This is a per degree equation. 2gx into 1 2fy into 1 plus c into 1 square equal to 0. So ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx into 1 means lx plus my, 2f into y, 2fy into 1 means lx plus my plus c into lx plus my whole square equal to 0. So here given that angle AOB is 90 degrees, obviously then coefficient of x square plus coefficient of y square must be 0. So I should find coefficient of x square a plus a into x square a plus 2gl. So coefficient of x square here cl square plus cl square. Next plus coefficient of y square b plus dividing y square 2fy into my, that is 2fm. Here c into m square equal to 0. So Lg plus Mf plus 1. Lg plus Mf plus 1. Okay, here in this question they given that, okay, first of all find 2gl plus 2fm plus a plus b 2gl plus 2fm plus a plus b. The remaining terms you can stand right side, minus cl square minus c taking common, l square plus m square. So in this question here this is 2g lg plus mf plus a plus b. In this question they are asking that 2gl plus 2fm plus a plus b by L square plus M square. They are asking this side. So 2gl plus 2fm plus a plus b by L square plus M square, that equal to minus c. So their answer is minus c.